in the press may take the microphone to my left and ask questions as well. First, I would say to you, to the world champion, how did you feel about today's game?
Today also it looks not so much happened in the game, but actually my feeling had many up and downs, and at some point I thought I misplayed good opening preparation, and I may be slightly worse in the middle game. I'm not sure if my assessment is correct or not. It might be incorrect. I think my position is very passive when he had a very strong knight on d4. And I realized, I analyzed this kind of position before in computer said was slightly better in this pawn structure, but I don't know where, if I'm wrong or maybe there is nothing for white.
And Gukesh, were you surprised by the way the opening went in terms of him choosing to play this kind of formation?
I mean, it was not a huge surprise. It's one of the topical lines recently, and yeah, I was just trying to recollect what I had seen, and I think I got a fairly comfortable position. I mean, it was always, white always has a very, very slight edge, but if black is careful, which I was, I don't think it's serious.
Continuing that vein, the result, are you satisfied with the result for today?
Yeah, I mean, draw with black in the World Championship matches is always nice, and it's too early, so we still have a long match ahead.
Today, going into today, the strategy, did you want to push for a win, make it 2-0, maybe a knockout blow early, or play very carefully?
Well, my basic idea is to play carefully, and I'm completely fine with the draw, and yes. Yeah, I'm happy with the final result. I may get something out of the opening because I remember after b3 we checked until b3, and my second said it's 0-2 according to computer, already 1-0. And I only made the draw. So maybe I had some chance at some point, I don't know.
All right, I will open the floor to the press. Anyone has any questions?
This is Mike Klein with Chess.com. My question is for Grandmaster Gukesh. This is your first big match. What are you thinking of the atmosphere of playing in this cube where you know on the other side hundreds of people are watching, you have no other games around you? That's got to be different than any other atmosphere you've played under before. Could you talk about how that's been so far after 2 rounds?
Yeah, I think this may be the first time maybe I actually played another match, but it's one of the rare occasions where the only game happening is it's like mine, and I don't have any other game to see. But okay, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean I've seen a lot of World Championship matches. The players play inside the cube, and now that I'm actually playing and not watching, it's quite exciting.
Anyone else?
I'll take it. Thank you. I had 2 or 3 questions. Sorry.
By the way, prepared. Please line up behind him so that we can.
I did have a couple of questions, but Maurice went before. So I want to ask you, Gukesh, in the commentary booth, Vichy said that you winning this match would be huge for Indian chess. I was wondering, how are you able to cope with this extra pressure of representing such a big nation?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously some pressure. For anyone playing in a World Championship, there's a lot of pressure. But I also see it as a privilege that I can represent so many people in my country. And yeah, it would be a very nice achievement, obviously, if I win the match. And yeah, I'm just focusing on one game at a time, and hopefully things go my way.
Another question from Fide social media by Archid Cycle. How much of a difference does it make psychologically to have the white or black pieces for you both?
Well, before I thought it's easier to prepare for black pieces because at some point I only play the one line from time to time and just rely on my preparation. But sometimes here, for example, in the first game I play something new in the opening, and of course it requires a lot of memory. And so also today I played not a common move, e4, and also I prepared a lot.
So was that white or black in the end? Which one do you prefer?
From the preparation aspect, maybe no.
I think, I've played a lot of games with both colors, and obviously in the World Championship it's a bit different. You need some kind of approach, but I see it as a normal game with both colors. Obviously white always has the slight edge, but yeah, it's I think nowadays the difference is also less because of all the lines that computer comes up with. So it's like playing any normal game. I don't really have a preference.
Next question.
One more for Grandmaster Gukesh, if I may. After the loss yesterday, you talked at the opening press conference about how much Grandmaster Gajewski means to you, second only to your parents. Did you guys dwell on what you could have done better in Game 1, or did you guys get right into Game 2? And what did he say to you to help you get mentally, overcome what happened in round 1?
We all knew that things can happen. Losing is just a part of the game, so it was not a shock. We were prepared, and yeah, we are just sticking to the plan. And obviously Gayu, he is he's not only helping me with chess, but also helping me get ready mentally, and just to keep my well-being. And yeah, he said a few things which helped me recover quickly, and then we were on to today. So yeah, hopefully we'll today was a good day, and hopefully we'll have many more good days coming.
I'm from the organization. I have a few Chinese questions for the liren. First of all, 可以简单说一下今天对局的情况。
今天这盘棋对我走了平时不太常用的E4，但是我有备而来。然后开局阶段 A5是一步新招，也给了他一些意外吧。然后我也得到了一个想要的局面，就根据我的助手，这个局面白方还是有一些发展的空间的。但是我觉得，从我看来，可能 GFC1 不太 GDC1 不太精确，可能应该走 G1，这是我临场比较后悔的地方。走完之后，我不知道电脑怎么判断，我是觉得这个局面我已经没有什么优势了，所以我接下去就是在尽可能的寻找一些反击的机会吧。
你刚才说对局当中心情还是有起伏的，大概是什么时候？
就是我觉得我没有走出G1，我有点沮丧。
好，那最后一个问题，昨天赢了棋，晚上有没有激动的睡不着觉？
对，我昨天凌晨3点才睡着，然后我觉得可能不是因为赢棋的兴奋，而是咖啡的作用。
好，谢谢。
Hello, Abhinav Suresh from US Chess. I have a question for both players. Dane, you took a fairly long amount of time to play rook d to c1, and Gukesh, you took a fairly long time to respond. It felt like a counterintuitive move to put a rook behind the c2 pawn. Can you describe both of what your thought processes were with this move in particular?
Well, I knew rook c1 is one idea in this kind of pawn structure, but in the game I'm not sure if it's a good move. I don't think it's a good move actually, because I don't know how to develop when he has such a strong knight on d4. Yes, so I moved back the rook to d1. That means maybe I'm not happy with rook c1.
It's yeah, I think it's just a common idea that you try to keep more pieces on the board, and you try to defend c2 to get knight e1, knight d3. But yeah, I think I found a good formation. I mean, I was just trying to see how to stop knight e1, him getting knight to d3, and I think I found a good formation, and after which it was hard for white to really like get his plan and make progress. Yeah, I mean, maybe rook c1 was not the best, but I don't really see any other I mean, challenges as well.
If I may, there was an alternative that we were analyzing in the back, particularly with Anand, of the move knight e1, with this idea of takes, and knight to d3. Did you look at this at all? No. Against, yeah, knight d7, knight d5, and if you play c6, then knight e7, king h7, and this very strange knight b2, though just pressure.
Compensation.
Yeah, the engine thinks it's still slightly better for white somehow, but it's a crazy line to just give away the pawn.
Yeah, still not understand knight f6.
Knight f6, rook a1 of all moves.
b6, I think, only move.
And then just play very slowly, something like this. It's a long line, but it's...
g6, knight a4 is coming. He has no time to grab my knight.
Yeah. But I mean, if you didn't look at, did you look at this at all? This idea of...
I mean, I kind of stopped after knight d7, I guess.
At which point?
After knight d7, and I think it was. I thought
knight
it was not
d7.
working.
This moment.
But yeah, this looks like an interesting.
I should say this moment. We started.
Yeah.
Okay.
My question is for Gukesh. Do you feel like you now have some sort of foothold in the game after what happened yesterday? Do you think it was important for you to put points on the board first of all?
I mean, I did not really think about those kind of things. I just wanted to play a good game, and with black, you're like, I mean, so early in the match, it's nowhere close to a must-win. So, I mean, I was not going to do anything stupid. Yeah. So I just wanted to play a good game, and yeah. I mean, yesterday also I was feeling good. I was I was fresh and confident. Just that I missed a few tactics, which can happen to anyone at any time. So I wouldn't say like today was about like putting breaks or anything. I just tried to play a good game.
Just one small follow-up, if I may. You said you wanted to play well. So post-assessment, do you think you actually did play well as you wanted to?
Yeah. I mean, I think I was after I was surprised in the opening, I reacted pretty decently. I didn't give him any serious chances, and it was a solid game with black, which is nice.
Another question for you both from your fans on Fide's social media, this time by A. Anchal. How do you unwind after a game and not let your past affect your future?
How do you settle down after a game? How do you relax after a game
Relax.
and not let the past game affect what happens next?
Well, first I will check the games, and then, yes, maybe yesterday I received a lot of messages because I win the first game, and then after that, already it's time to sleep because the game normally finishes very late.
Yeah, I mean, I maybe discuss the game a bit, and then, yeah, I mean, it's normal. Like I eat dinner, I sleep, I think about the next game. So, yeah, nothing huge really.
I'll ask one last question. What is your expectation for tomorrow, if you've thought about it at all?
Well, I think it will be a big fight because he's a point down and he has white pieces, so I'm ready for a fight.
You got the white pieces tomorrow. What can we expect?
I mean, I will just try to play a good game because after all, the only thing you can do to try and win is to play a good game.
Wise words. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. This is the end of the post-game press conference. Tomorrow will be Game 3. It starts at 5 p.m. local time. See you then, and have a good night.